has the welfare of its customers at heart and constantly look for new ways to improve, whereby the Customer Engagement Initiative Program. Over the last 7 years, different activities have been carried out to get closer to the public. This year, the aim is to get closer to the younger generation. The reason as to why a debate competition has been organized. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with all these good intentions in mind, we need to remember all those who strive in order to make RHT what it is today and eventually what it will be tomorrow. One of its members being the Dr. Siddharth Sharma, the Managing Director of RHT Holding from the Board of Directors of RHT Services Limited. So without any further ado, let me invite Dr. Sharma to do his opening speech. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you all. On behalf of RHT Bus Services Limited, I'd like to welcome you all to our first inter-college debate competition on public transport in the context of our Customer Engagement Initiative. We are now at our 7th edition. A few of our previous activities included a sports day with the youth of Bartley and a fun day with the residents of Cheven. In our interaction with different customer groups, we try to understand issues or enhancements our passengers wish us to prioritize in the delivery of our services. Today's format is different and a special one as well. As part of its offering, RHT Bus Services provides a school transport service to 13 different colleges. We are pleased to welcome our youngest customers who all study at colleges in the Wazir region. We live in times when healthy debates driven by tomorrow's generation are needed more than ever. Today's debate proceedings will bring a sharper focus on public transport issues and help us all to delve deeper into our opinions. Public transport can play a significant role in finding solutions to the challenges facing Mauritius, whether it is more jobs, a cleaner environment, energy independence, or a better quality of life. Public transport definitely has some of the answers. Our debaters today will dissect topics such as congestion and car ownership and help us unravel some of the lesser known facts. RHT has leadership through innovation as its motto, as some of you may be aware. We have a history of bringing a number of innovations to the transport industry, such as the first air-conditioned fleet of buses, first lady conductor, driver and traffic officer, free Wi-Fi, a premium service on route number 174, and more recently, Chef on the Bus. In all leadership roles, we have to go beyond our mandates and be prepared to shoulder the responsibilities. We have to engage with real-life concerns of our stakeholders, which include our passengers and the community in which they live. The youth can demonstrate leadership by giving their energy and beliefs to inspire and propel others for the common good. Today's debate competition is a very good platform for our college students to raise their concerns and share their ideas as how collectively we can move forward on certain issues. Increasing congestion on urban routes represents a serious threat to economic growth and livability of our towns. Investing in public transport, cycling, and walkways can help our towns to grow in a sustainable way. But then resources at our disposal are also finite. Sometimes we need to achieve more with less. We look forward to hear different arguments for and against the three motions that will be debated this afternoon. I wish all four teams best of luck. I would also like to seize the opportunity to congratulate the Honourable Minister for the bold and forward-looking vision he's setting for the public transport industry. the recent enhancements in the safety norms for the student transport service are highly commendable. RHT bus services is ready to rise to the challenges and support fully a modern and efficient system that will greatly enhance mobility of commuters. I wish to thank the Associate Professor Jawahir, Mr. Jacques Madi and Dr. Michael Achia for graciously accepting to judge the debate. I would like to conclude by thanking the organizing committee for the wonderful job they've done, and in particular Deepika Koklu for the energy and commitment she has put for this event. Thank you.
Service that meets the highest environmental and social standards. Integrity, dedication, courtesy, passion, and team spirit.
Well, it's an extraordinary idea to have the debate and to engage young people, students, to think about what I think is one of the most important pillars of any modern society, the public transport system. I hope that our students came seated in buses and they were not standing today. I can promise that in the year we will have a better and safer public transport. Well, the public transport system in Mauritius, I have had a few figures. It's about 3,000 buses. It's 750,000 passengers every day. Well, passengers, some having more than one trip. And it's multiplied by 20 rupees. That's the calculation they make. And the National Transport Corporation is 15 million per day. So that's for 400 days. It's about 6 billion. This is a very tall order because when we see the transport industry, I think we can, the turnover and the business around it is about 10 billion rupees. And we have to cater for a population which depends on this public transport to go to work, to go to school, to go everywhere in Mauritius. And I think that the transport system over the last years has not developed as fast as it should have developed, and that we do not meet the degree of sophistication of our society and the exigencies of modern life in Mauritius. We need to create a revolution in the public and land transport in Mauritius. We are far behind. And I think that's the most important challenges that we have ahead. The LRT has been shelved, and we have to have a mass transit system. For the coming at least 10 years, it is going to be the bus system. So how do we do? What do we do? How do we make our bus system as sophisticated as our society? We dream of what we have seen abroad. Many of you have traveled. Smart buses, modern bus shelters with advertising, electronic system about transport planning. You know the bus is coming in 8 minutes. It is coming in an hour. There is a delay. Why can't we implement this in Mauritius? This is today our challenge. And together with two other priorities, they are going to be the pillars of our action at the ministry and at government. The two other pillars are, first, road safety. We cannot have 120, 130 people losing their life on our roads every year, when we have 450,000 vehicles. And for the same amount of vehicles, the number of victims in Reunion Island is only 42. So there is a tremendous challenge that we have to wake up to. The second one is the congestion. The problem of congestion is basically more roads, safer roads, better planning. The crux in Verda cause 10,000 cars every day to go past the Place d'Armes. Just with one diversion of 450 meters, we have, to some extent, found some relief to 10,000 people driving north to Bengaluru. So one of the pillars is decongestion. We are working on it. The second one is the road safety issue. And I really personally would like to launch with all the stakeholders a program to see to it that we don't have so many casualties, so many accidents in Mauritius. 60 people lose their life while they are on motorcycles. 40 people lose their life while they are pedestrians. And many are the elderly and young people. Only 20 to 30 people lose their life while driving a car. In fact, the car is the safest. The bus also is safe, except for the reminder of Suez. To come to the bus industry, our plan is to make three pillars which are going to be able to provide this sophisticated transport system we need. The first one is the CNT. The National Corporation will have all our support, and we are launching a tender of 500 buses over the 5 next years, starting with 100 buses for this year, to be assembled in Mauritius. That is an international brand being assembled in Mauritius, providing buses to Mauritius, to the CNT and to the other players, that is Rosehill Transport and the other private companies, and the individual bus owners, and exporting those buses to Africa. The second pillar is the role and the contribution of Rosehill Transport and the other private companies. We rely a lot on them. And the third component is the individual bus owners And to them, I can guarantee two things. They will have the share of the market, and they will have the share of the funds and the turnover. But all these three pillars should provide the same quality of transport under the same rules and regulations. To come back to the transport system, as I said, we have 3,000 buses, and the number of buses from the individual bus operators, the increase in numbers were 34 over the last years. We don't have new buses. Rosin Transport is doing something fantastic, and I commend them for that. The CNT bought 200 buses 2 years back. But we are badly in need of modern buses. Modern bus shelters, you have seen them now. We are going to set 200 of these bus shelters around the country. We are just coming with the regulations because they need a lease with the either government, because when it's state land, or the private owner, because they need to erect the shelter and provide the opportunity for advertising. So we need new buses, new bus shelters, and an electronic system. We are working on that. And I had a very interesting conversation with Dr. Sharma. Today I'm proposing that the line number 4 between Katoubo, Vakwa and Cubic is going to be a smart line in the years to come. New buses, new bus shelters, and an electronic system. We are going to provide, there are 30 buses there, and we are going to provide 30 new buses to show on that line what can be achieved in Mauritius. We'll use it as a pilot project. And I'm requesting the Rosin Transport to do the same, to have one smart line between Rosin and Port Louis to show what a private company can do through innovation, leadership, and quality service. We are going to work on it. New buses, new bus shelters, and an electronic system as regards to transport planning. We are going to start this, and then we are going to move to other parts of the island to show what can be done so that in a few years we can have a land transport system which will be, we will be proud of it, and we can provide efficacy, we can provide comfort and safety. That's why we took that decision as regards to the students. Government is spending 1.2 billion rupees for public free transport. 800 million for the students and 400 million for the elderly. We are spending 660 million for transport for the public servants in the government sector. And if we add what the private sector is doing for about 250 and 300,000 paying the bus fare, that's a huge amount of money. And this industry can be a thriving, modern industry, and we can all be proud of it. I'm very thankful to Dr. Sharma to give me this opportunity. I'm very thankful to the students to give me the opportunity to say a few words about our vision of what can happen in this country. And today, je peux dire que le transport public, c'est l'enfant pauvre du système de transport. We go to the bus because we have no other choice. We have no other option as regards to price, as regards to affordability. But we should come to the bus as one of the best choices we have. And the day somebody would say, I'm going to leave my car at home and take Rosin Transport, we would have gone a great way forward. So that was my simple message to you. It's an extraordinary idea to have the debates. I welcome this, and I hope that the students will enjoy it, because the debates require some research. I have gone through the internet often to see the new buses. When we were children, I was in Mountain, and we were waiting for the coach to pass, I remember, because it was something formidable which came from elsewhere. And I think the debate must have given you an opportunity to see the new buses, which are amazing. which are fantastic and show to you that modern life and urban life can be a passion. It can be something very interesting. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to say a few words to you. Thank you, Dr. Sharma. Thank you for the members of the jury. They are good friends of mine. I don't know Dr. Jawai very much, but I know Mr. Shakmani and Dr. Acha. And to you students, I can promise you one thing. You'll have a better school service in a few months. Thank you for your attention.